And as we wait for the finalized results of the presidential election and throughout the entire 2020 election cycle, we have seen a handful of Hollywood celebrities come out forward publicly with their support of President Trump. Take a look at this photo that Happy Days actor and television director Scott Baio released. He was in a Michael's store and rearranged some lettered candles to say, "Trump is still your president," even getting a retweet from President Trump himself. Scott joins us now. Scott, thank you so much for coming on today. We appreciate you taking the time.
Well, you're welcome. Glad to be here. I was not in the Michael's store. That was there.
Oh, it was already there. You just captured the moment.
No, that's okay. That's a picture that somebody had sent me.
Got
it.
People
on the internet, they go crazy. And I went to a Michael's store. So no, it was not me.
Okay.
But I think it's a great photo.
but you know what? Something about that photo stood out to you enough for you to share it with all of your followers. Tell me a little bit about why you decided to do that and what reaction you received.
I decided to do that because I was still the president. I mean, I know they wanted to get rid of him yesterday or 4 years ago, and he's still going to be the president, I think, in the next years because of all the fraud. And of course I get backlash. I don't really care. These people and whatever the hell else, just hateful, and I'm used to it. But no, listen, I think we're going to be okay. Honestly, I mean, I hope we're okay.
Yeah. You say hateful comments, which is no surprise. It's social media. There are plenty of online trolls out there. But, you know, I think about, Scott, where you're coming from. You know, you've been in Hollywood before. You're among people who are most likely leaning liberal. Tell me about what it's been like to sort of interact with coworkers or previous, you know, co-actors in situations now that they know that you do support President Trump.
Well, I knew this 4 years ago. Are you seeing me okay?
I can, yeah. You're a little fuzzy,
okay.
but we can hear you.
I knew this going in 4 years ago that I would be vilified and mocked and all that kind of stuff. And I really didn't care because I knew what I wanted. I knew what I wanted for my daughter, and I believed in President Trump, and I still believe in him, and I believe in his policies. And it doesn't look, if I sacrifice my career, which I have done, and there's no regrets about it, to achieve something for my child, then it's worth it.
Yeah, you're putting family first. It sounds like you just agree with the policies.
I put my daughter first. I put my daughter first in everything.
Yeah.
And because quite honestly, you know, I'm 60 years old, and I don't know how much time I have left, and I'm not being morbid or anything. That's the wrong word. Whatever. I'm not being a fatalist, but I'll be gone relatively soon. She'll be here to take over the country, and I want her to be in a country that I recognize and that I grew up in.
Well, tell me about where you see it right now, right? Especially with your daughter. We've got the younger generation. I feel as though, and we've spoken with college students before, they're so liberal-minded. They get it in the classroom. They get it among their friends. Has she sort of been guided in a more left-leaning education system that you've noticed and you try to call out when you see it?
She's in the right school, and she has two parents that tell her about the world and teach her about the world. And that's our job. It's not the school's job. Our school is to teach reading, writing, and arithmetic, period. And that's where we've lost our way in this country. So what she learns socially, what she learns about politics, what she learns about life, she learns from her mom and dad. And that's the way it used to be. That's how I grew up. And that's the way we're going to raise our daughter. She goes to a Christian school, and because she needs to be prepared for the, excuse the expression, the crap storm that she's going to hit when she becomes an adult.
It's a crazy world we live in right now. And Scott, it sounds like you've got such a strong family unit. I'm wondering, do you plan to spend the Thanksgiving holiday together, even though potentially where you live, where you're at, the governor might not want you to gather with more than 10 people?
I don't care what Governor Newsom wants. He has no bearing on my life. He's an empty suit who's drunk with power. He will have no effect on me and what I do and the way we live our lives. So he can do whatever he wants, and listen, go to recallgavin2020.com. this guy is a disaster. So he will have no effect on me and my family and my brother and sister and their families.
Well, I got a feeling a lot of those California restaurant owners would be heading to that that website right away. Scott Baio joining us live. Thank you so much. We appreciate you taking the time, and happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
Happy Thanksgiving to you. Congratulations to you guys. I watch you all the time.
Thanks so much. Thanks, Scott. You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news channel, now in more than 70 million homes. You can get Newsmax TV on your cable system or check your cable guide. And if your system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them, tell them you want Newsmax TV, because we're real news for real people.